Hello friends, my name is Sonia. This is Sonia with an I. Welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing you my August TBR basket. So many of you who know me know that I do not do well with a TBR. I usually fail, so I don't usually plan a monthly TBR. But one thing I do like to do is put books aside that I want to read and kind of keep them together, so I will think about it when I get to them. And I have a basket. This is just possibilities. There's no way I will read all of these books in the month of August. It's just a opportunity for possibilities to get to those books if I possibly can. So I'll share those with you. And there's a large variety here. I think I've decided that for the month of August, I think I'm only going to listen to cozy mysteries. I'm not going to handhold read them. I'm just going to listen to them because I'm finding that I enjoy cozies much better when I'm listening to them. So I thought this would be the opportunity to put my other books in the basket here that are handheld reading books. So this is what I have. The first book that I have is called The Kitchen Front by Jennifer Ryan. I have actually already started this one. It is about 4 women during World War II, and they're in Great Britain. And this radio show, the BBC radio show, is wanting to find a female host to teach housewives how to use their rations. So there are 4 women and they're competing for this. It kind of reminds me of Great British Bake Off, but make it World War II and make it with rations. I'm enjoying it thus far. It's not one of those that's making me like, ooh, Sonia, come read me. But it is one that I am enjoying, and I like it when I sit down and actually read it. Also, I'm loving the large font. The next one I have, my friend Tina gave to me. It's called The Dead Guy Next Door. It's by Lucy Score. I don't even know what genre this is. I'm suspecting a little bit that it might be a little bit of a romance of some sort. Oh, it says here that it is a romance. So it's a romance. We'll see how we do. I don't like it when people read the back, so I'm just going to kind of summarize it. It looks like that the main character is divorced and broke and living with a pack of elderly people. Okay, I love that. Elderly roommates. She's having hallucinations, but her mother tells her she's clairvoyant, and apparently there is of course there's a hot cop. So the hot cop is investigating because somebody in the neighborhood falls over dead, and they're trying to figure out. So it's kind of a murder mystery, but it's a romance too. We'll give it a try. I like the clairvoyant, and I like the living with older people, so there's older people in there. She said she really enjoyed this. If I get to it, I'll definitely give it a try. The next book I have is Agatha Christie, The Underdog and Other Stories. This is the Hercule Poirot short stories. I love Hercule Poirot, and I love short stories too. And y'all, I'm craving fall. I'm absolutely craving fall. I'm craving the murder mystery aspects of fall. So I grabbed this and thought, oh, these are little short mysteries if I feel like, one sitting kind of thing. So I may read some short stories out of here. I also really, really, really want to read number 3 of the Babysitter's Club, The Truth About Stacy. I've read 1 and 2. I really would like to read the first 6. I have a box set that has 6. I'd like to read those 6 before December. But this is your Babysitter's Club. That each one of them, there's Stacy, Mary Ann, Christy, and Claudia. And each story usually focuses on one of those girls. The first one focused on Christy's great idea. The second one was the Phantom Phone Call, focused on Claudia, and now Stacy. And from what I understand, Stacy, this is about Stacy. Stacy's been hiding a secret. She has diabetes. She's diabetic. And this kind of goes into her medical background. And, congratulations, 1980s, talking about, real, like, medical problems with kids. That's to talk about it, and create that empathy. Love it. I really want to get to this. And this I could probably read this in a night, to be honest. The next one is a little heavier. It is Octavia E. Butler's Kindred. And this is a science fiction, from what I understand, science fiction African American literature And what happens is Dana's a modern black woman, and she's 26 years old, and she has a husband and a family, and she ends up, from what I getting drawn back in time during Civil War times and trying to survive. And from what I understand, she gets pushed back to modern times, pulled back to Civil War, you know, back and forth, and this is her struggle with it. I found this at a thrift store, and the person who had it before did all sorts of post-it note. I think honestly this might have been for a class or something, because there's a grade in it. And so anyway, I love that. I love that there's notations. It really helps me to feel connected to the reader before and to the story. So I've really been I've had this for a couple months. I've really been wanting to read this. I hear so many wonderful things about Octavia Butler. I really am excited about this. And if you're a drinker, drink every time I say really. I don't know why that is. The next one is a vintage book, and I want to read this, no, sincerely, I want to read this before August is over, because this is a summer book. This is a vintage, probably a middle grade book. It's called Taffy of Tornado Junction, and this was a cover buy. Look at that. I was a little girl obsessed with horses, so I could totally visualize this, except I didn't grow up near the beach. Now I'm an old girl who likes beaches, but, you know, and dogs. This is, Taffy was an islander from the tip of her freckled nose to her bare brown feet. She lived with Gramp in a tiny shack very close to the ocean, and she whistled happily to her proud Banks pony as she rode across the sand dunes of Cape Hatteras, her red gold hair blowing in the sea wind. But then came December 7th, 1941. The U.S. declared war, and Taffy's island in the Atlantic Ocean became a dangerous and exciting place. How exciting does that sound? That sounds so cool. And y'all, it has a map. I'm a fan of a map. I love this. I want to read this so bad. So this will get read in August, because it's the mood read, sea vibe. I'm still kind of craving that as much as I want fall. I still kind of want a sea vibe. I have another short story, Agatha Christie. These are, I don't believe they involve Poirot, but I'm craving, I don't know, I'm wanting some spooky season. I didn't do Summerween, but I'm wanting a little bit of that mystery. This is a library book. It is called, I'm guessing, Fathomfolk, because this is a, I'm just going to read the back, and I'm sorry if you don't like that. I don't know how to summarize it any other way. Welcome to Taiokawi, shining pearl of human civilization and safe haven for those fleeing civil unrest. Or at least that's how it appears at first. But in the semi-flooded cities, humans are quite literally on top, peering down from the shining towers and aerial walkways of the Fathomfolk. Sirens, sea witches, kelpies, and kappas, who live in polluted waters below. So that sounds so interesting to me. I love anything that's underwater. You know, if you've watched any of my videos, or if you've watched any of the lives, I don't like crabs, I don't like sharks, I don't get in the ocean, that stuff scares me. But I think that it's incredibly beautiful. Like, I loved Little Mermaid when I was young. I love anything that's underwater or oceany, and kelpies especially. This sounds so interesting to me. It's very, very fantasy. I really like Eliza Chan. I believe she is the one who wrote, I may be wrong, Six Crimson Cranes? Did she write that? I'll have to check my facts. But this cover, these colors, I don't know, it was a cover look first, and then I read the back and was like, ooh, that sounds a little oceany. I kind of want some of that before summer's over. So picked that up. Now, I probably will get this read in August because it has a due date. I only have 2 weeks, and then, you know. This is another one that I found, and it's actually a signed copy, yay me. And There He Kept Her by Joshua Moling. It's a thriller. I don't mind thrillers. Basically, this story is about these two teenage kids go and they're robbing people's houses to look for prescription drugs. Well, they end up robbing this old man, but they don't realize that the old man has secrets of his own. and the script gets flipped as far as who is predator and who's prey. This sounds so interesting to me. It sounds very spooky, and if I don't read it in August, I'll have it read before October, because this sounds, you know, this sounds fantastic. You know, I've been in my Jane Austen era, and so this is called A Most Agreeable Murder, and it's a novel. It is by Julia Seals. This is from the library as well, and it has a reflection, and I'm sorry about that, but it says that this is a delightful and entertaining debut that kept me engrossed from the beginning right through the satisfying end. So this is this person's first novel. The main character's name is Beatrice Steele, and she's never fit the true lady, so she sounds a little bit like Elizabeth Bennet, at least not according to the strict code of conduct in the reigns of Swampshire, her small English town. She's terrible at needlework. She has absolutely no musical ability, and her artwork is so bad it frightens people. Nevertheless, she lives a perfectly agreeable life with her marriage-scheming mother, prankster father, and 2 younger sisters, beautiful Louisa and unforgettable Mary. But Beatrice harbors a dark secret. She's obsessed with crime and crime cases. This sounds a little bit like Elizabeth Bennet, so I thought I'd give it a shot. It's a library book, so I definitely will at least get my nose in it, and whether I finish it or not, who knows. And the last but definitely not least is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I think that I read one of the books in the series, or got it from the library once upon a time. I don't remember, but this was a gift from my pen pal, Allie. So thank you very much, Allie, for sending me this. She said that this series is one of her favorites, and she gifted me with the first book. So I definitely want to check it out. Humans and androids crowd the raucous streets of New Beijing. A deadly plague ravages the population. From space, a ruthless lunar people watch, wanting to make their move. No one knows that the Earth's fate hinges on one girl. 16-year-old Cinder, a gifted mechanic, is a cyborg. She is a second-class citizen with a mysterious past and revealed by her stepmother. But when her life becomes intertwined with the handsome Prince Kai's, she suddenly finds herself at the center of an intergalactic struggle and a forbidden attraction. Caught between duty and freedom, loyalty and betrayal, she must uncover secrets about her past in order to protect her world's future. Because there's something unusual about Cinder, something that others would kill for. I know this is kind of like a Cinderella but make it robot kind of thing. I believe the one that I read was Scarlet, and I think it was the Red Riding Hood. Anyway, I definitely want to get this read since she was so kind to send it to me, and I'm curious. And this covers, I love this cover. The colors are beautiful. So this is my very ambitious stack for August reads. As I said, there's no way I will read all these. Not going to happen, especially when I'm reading things on my Kindle and listening to things, but these are the possibilities. Whatever I'm in the mood for, these are the possibilities, and we'll see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to a lot of these, and they got picked for a reason. So thank you so much for watching today. If you want to share your TBR or a book you're really looking forward to, or have you read any of these, let's chat about that in the comments. Thank you for your support. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I am having the most amazing time getting to know people like you, making friends, talking books. It's just everything I love and more. So thank you so much. You make the world a better place just by being a part of it. I appreciate you. And until next time, happy reading. Goodbye now.